And so here's today's homework. So the first section is all about just multiplying out the brackets. So we're going to use the smiley face method. So left eyebrow, x times x gives us x squared. Right eyebrow, 3 times 2 is 6. The nose, 3x, and the mouth, 2x. What you've then got to do is simplify the nose and the mouth. So that's going to be x squared plus 5x plus 6. Easy. Next one. Left eyebrow is going to give us t squared. Right eyebrow is going to give us 12. Nose is going to be 4t. The mouth is going to be plus 3t. Then simplify the nose and the mouth, so it's going to give us t squared plus 7t plus 12. Let's have a go at the next one. So w times w is w squared. The right eyebrow, 1 times 3 is 3. The nose is 1w. The mouth is 3w. So it's going to be w squared. W plus 3w is 4w. Plus 3. Section 1 done. Okay, next one. It tends to put a lot of people off just because it looks different. But don't let it put you off. It's no more difficult than the first one. Left eyebrow, 5 times 5 is 25. The right eyebrow, x times minus x. You've got a positive times a negative, so that's going to be minus, but x times x is x squared. Then you've got the nose, so that's going to be plus 5x. And the mouth, which is minus 5x. And so that's going to be 25 plus 5x, simplify the nose and the mouth, plus 5x minus 5x is going to be 0. So 25 minus x squared. Next one. Left eyebrow, 7 times 7 is 49. The right eyebrow, g times minus g is minus g squared. You've got the nose, which is plus 7g. You've got the mouth, which is minus 7g. Plus 7g minus 7g cancel each other out, leaving us with 49 minus g squared. Next one. Left eyebrow, x squared. The right eyebrow, minus 36. The nose, minus 6x. Mouth, plus 6x. These will cancel out, leaving you with x squared minus 36. These examples here are what we call the difference of two squares. So if you have a look at the answers, x squared is x times x, 36 is 6 times 6, 49 is 7 times 7, g squared is g times g. If ever you've got something like this, you have to factorize it. What times itself is x squared, what times itself is 36. So it's going to be x and x, 6 and 6. One is positive, one of them is negative. The next questions are down here. Again, there's no real difference, it's just one extra thing that you have to be able to do. So the first thing we're going to do is the left eyebrow. So 2x times 3x is going to be 6x squared. The 2 times the 3 is a 6, x times x is x squared. The right eyebrow, 3 times 1 is plus 3. The nose, 3 lots of 3x is going to be 9x. 2x times 1 is going to be plus 2x. Simplify the nose and the mouth. 9x plus 2x is 11x. So 6x squared plus 11x plus 3. Next one. 3y times 4y is going to be 12y squared. The right eyebrow, 2 times 3 is going to be plus 6. The nose, 2 times 4y is going to be 8y. The mouth, 3y times 3 is going to be 9y. So simplify all. 12y squared, 8y plus 9y is 17y plus 6. Question 3. 3t times 2t is going to be 6t squared. The right eyebrow is plus 5. The nose is plus 2t, and the math is plus 15t. So then we simplify the nose and the mouth, so 6t squared plus 2t plus 15t is 17t plus 5. Finally, we've got question 4. So the left eyebrow, 4t times 2t is going to be 8t squared. 3 times minus 1 is going to be minus 3. The nose, 3 times 2t is going to be plus 6t. And you've got 4t times minus 1, which is minus 4t. So just be careful with the signs here. You're then going to simplify it. So 8t squared plus 6t minus 4t is plus 2t. Then you've got the minus 3 on the end. 8t squared plus 2t minus 3. Well done if you got that. Next is we've got to do the exact opposite. We've got to factorise these ones. So factorise means put into brackets, and because we've got an x squared, a number of x's, and a number, we're going to put it into two brackets. Now start off with what times itself makes the x squared. So that's what we start off with, so x times x. Now, what times by what makes 6? So we could have 1 times 6, or we could have 2 times 3. What we've got to do is see, when we do the nose and the mouth, what makes 5x. So we're going to do 2 times x is 2x. And the mouth will be x times 3, which is 3x. And we're going to put them in as plus. Next, t squared plus 5t plus 4. So what times itself makes t squared? So that's going to be t times t. Then what times what makes 4? So we've got either 1 and 4 or 2 and 2. So can we use 2 and 2 to make 5t? No. Can we use 1 and 4 to make it? Yes, we can. It's going to be t plus 1, t plus 4. And remember, it doesn't matter. You could have it as t plus 4 and t plus 1. It's absolutely fine. Question 3. The m's go in the start of the bracket. And then we've got to make it multiply together to make 10. So it's either going to be 1 and 10 or 2 and 5. And which of these can we use to make 7? It's going to be the 2 and 5. So it's going to be plus 2 plus 5. Section 5 is a little bit trickier just because we've got some negatives in there as well. But we start off exactly the same. What times what makes x squared? That's going to be x times x. Next one. Something times something makes 10. So it's going to be 1 and 10 or 2 and 5. Now we've got to use these to make 3x. So we can't use 1 and 10 to make 3, but we can use 5 and 2. So it's going to be plus 5 and then minus 2. That's it. Next, m squared minus 4m minus 12. So start off with, we're going to stick an m in that. Then what multiplies together to make 12? 1 and 12, 2 and 6, or 3 times 4. Which of those can we use to make minus 4m? Remember, it's minus 4m, so it's going to be this one. So how do we use 2 and 6 to make minus 4? It's got to be plus 2 and take away 6, because 6 take away 2 is going to be plus 4, but 2 take away 6, so plus 2 take away 6 is going to be minus 4. Next one. So we've got r times r to make r squared. Then we're going to have the only two things that multiply together to make 7 are 1 and 7. But how do you use 1 and 7 to make minus 6? Well, it's got to be plus 1 minus 7. Well done if you got that one. Final section. Now, section 6. This is a lot trickier. Because we've got, so this is question 4 now, this one here. Something times something makes 24t squared. So we could have t times 24t. We could have 2t times 12t. We could have 3t times 8t. Or we could have 4t times 6t. And so what we got to do is we just got to try it. If you have a look on the outside, we've got to, what two numbers multiply together to make 2, it's going to be 1 and 2. And we've got to use the nose and the mouth to make 19. So if we put the 1 there and the 2 there, 1 lot of 24 is going to be 24t. And that's going to be 24t. And this one is going to be 2t. You can't use 24t and 2t to make 19t. And if you swapped it the other way around, have it this way. 2 times 24t is 48t. And t times 1 is going to be 1t. You can't use 48t and 1t to make 9t. So you've got to do trial and error. When you finally find it, it should be 2 lots of 8t and 1 lot of 3t. 2 lots of 8t is going to be 16t. 1 lot of 3t is going to be 3t. We can use those to make 19t. So it's going to be plus 2 plus 1. The final answer for that one, and well done if you found this, because this isn't easy at all. This is really, really quite tricky stuff. And from this textbook, these pink questions, they meant they were grade A questions. So you're now looking at the grade 7 questions. So 3t plus 2, 8t plus 1. Well done if you got that one. Next one's a little bit easier. It can either be 1t and 15t, or it can be 3t and 5t. Now, 9 times out of 10, it's not going to be the 1t and the 15t. It's not going to be the 1 and the maximum. It's going to be the middle one. And so we've got to find what times what makes 1. That's going to be 1 and 1. So 1 times 5t is going to be 5t. 3t times 1 is going to be 3t. How do we use 5t and 3t to make positive 2t? Well, we need to have plus 5t and minus 3t. So in order to make plus 5t, that needs to be plus 1 times 5t. And to make minus 3t, it needs to be 3t times by minus 1. So for that one, the answer should be 3t plus 1, 5t minus 1. It's actually easier than question 4 there. Question 7 looks like a bit of a stinker. So we've got 6y squared, so that could be y times 6y, or it could be 2y times 3y. Like I say, 9 times out of 10, it won't be the 1 times the 6. It might be this time, though. Then we've got 63. So it could be 1 times 63. 2 doesn't go into it. 3 times 21. 4 doesn't go into it. 5 doesn't go into it. 6 doesn't go into it. 7 goes into it 9 times. So these are all the numbers that multiply together to make 63. So let's have a look. We need to make 33. So just having a look, if we start off with this one down here, if we use 163, we're going to have 1 times 3y and 63 times 2y. That's going to be massive. We don't use that. Or if we swap it around, 63 times 3y and 2y times 1, again, it's going to be massive. So we're not going to use that one. Could it be 21 and 3y? Let's try it. So if we put 21 here and 3 here, 3 times 3y is going to be 9y. 2y times 21 is going to be 42y. Can we use 42 and 9 to make 33? Yeah. We need to do 42y, so it needs to be positive, and we need to take away 9y. So that's going to be minus 3, and it needs to be plus 21. There's no reason why you should get it that quickly. These ones do take a bit of time, and they take a lot of looking at. So what I would suggest is just keep looking at it until you get the correct answer, and just do trial and error. Incidentally, it could have worked for this one as well, and it would have been 6y minus 9, and then y plus 7, and I think that would have got it as well. In fact, yeah, it definitely would have done. Right, next one. Question 8. So we've got 4y squared plus 8y minus 96. So that is either going to be y times 4y, or it's going to be 2y times 2y. So we need to find something that multiplies together to make 96. So 1 and 96. And just think, substituting 196 into there, when we do trial and error, it's not going to get anywhere near 8. So it's not going to be those ones. You've got 2 and 48. 3 times 32 is 96. 4 times 24 is 96. 5 doesn't go in there. 6 times 16 is 96. 8 times 12 is 96. And that's about it. So we've got to try them. And again, it's just trial and error. We've got to substitute them in until we get an 8y. I'm going to start off with this one because usually it's the middle ones. So having a look at this, I reckon it might be this one down here. So if we use 8 there and 12 there, and again, there's no reason why it might be that, it's just my first hunch. So 8 times 2y is 16y. 2y times 12 is 24y. Can we use 16y and 24y to make 8y? Yes, we can. It needs to be plus 24y minus 16y. So to make minus 16y, it needs to be minus 8 times 2y. To make 24y, it needs to be 2y times 12. So that is our final answer. Again, a huge well done to anyone that has struggled through and got those. In the exam, you should be given a fair bit of time to do those. But if you did get that, fantastic. Next one. Section 7. Now, as we went through in class, if we've got two brackets that multiply together to make 0, what we need to do is we need to make this bracket 0 and this bracket 0. And that's going to give us our two solutions. So what we do is we make the sign difference. So it's going to be x equals minus 2. And this one is going to be x equals minus 5. And the reason for that is if you substitute minus 2 into this, that's going to be minus 2 plus 2, minus 2 plus 5. So minus 2 plus 2 is going to be 0. So that's going to be 0 for that bracket, times by minus 2 plus 5 is 3. So it's 0 times 3, which equals 0. Also, if you did it the other way around, and you use minus 5 plus 2 equals minus 3. Minus 5 plus 5 equals 0, so that's minus 3 times 0, which equals 0. No other versions of x or no other solutions would work. You've got to try and make this bracket equal 0 and this bracket equal 0. And the way you do that is you just reverse the sign that's in front of the number. So you see that the plus is in front of the 2, we've got to make it minus. See the plus in front of the 5, we've got to make that minus. I didn't choose a very good selection for the homework here. This one is going to be t equals minus 3. This is going to be t equals minus 1. This one here is going to be a equals minus 6 and a equals minus 4. If I do a fourth one here, if we add g plus 4 and g minus 7 equals 0, the solution for this one would be g equals minus 4. The solution to this one, which you haven't had a look at yet, would be g equals positive 7. You don't need to write plus, just g equals 7 is fine. And because we've got to make this sign here different. Finally, we've got to solve, and these questions all say solve. So solve x squared plus 5x plus 4 equals 0. So the way you solve it, a lot of people, what they do is they put the 4 on the other side, and then they come unstuck. What you do with these questions is we factorize first of all, and then solve it just like we have done in section 7. So if we do that, it's going to be x plus 4, x plus 1. And then it's just like question 7, so you've got x equals minus 4, x equals minus 1. And they're just going to be the two solutions. Do the same again. So, what two numbers multiply together to make 18, add together to make 11? It's going to be plus 2 and plus 9, or plus 9 and plus 2, doesn't matter which way around. So the two solutions are going to be x equals minus 2, x equals minus 9. Finally, question 15. Two numbers that multiply together to make 8, add together to make minus 6. Where you've got 1 and 8, or you've got 2 and 4. You can use 2 and 4 to make minus 6. It's got to be minus 2 and minus 4. So then the two solutions are going to be x equals 2 and x equals 4. Both of them being positive. Well done if you got those. Again, not very easy.